Look, you already know that you need to clean up your diet, eat more protein, lift weights, and get your steps in. I'm not gonna waste your time by going over that again, because let's be honest, knowing isn't the problem, it's doing it. And that's what we're talking about today. I wanna have an honest conversation with you and share some advice that will save you from a lot of pain and put you in the right headspace to finally get the physique that you want. So if you're tired of wasting your time, you wanna do this right, let's dive into it. And I know what some people are gonna say, Mario, I just need to stay motivated. I need to stop making all these excuses. And I can tell you from personal experience, it's not about how much motivation you have. Right now, you might be the most driven and inspired you've ever been about fitness. This is the year you're gonna get serious about it. But unfortunately, that's not enough. Life will hit you hard, man, and it's gonna happen when you least expect it. And if you're not preparing for those low days from the beginning, when they finally come, you're gonna revert right back to your old habits. You're gonna lose all the progress you got. And you might have had that experience already. You do well for a month or two, you're focused, you're training, you're eating clean, you're tracking your macros, you're weighing yourself, and you're seeing good progress. There's less of that gut hanging over your belt, but then something happens. You get distracted, you fall off, one bad day turns into a week, that turns into a month, and you just kind of stay off track. And a lot of times you don't even know why we stay off track. Why do we do this to ourselves? And that right there is the hardest part of this journey. It's the psychology and the inner game of fitness. If it was easy, everyone would be walking around with a six-pack after watching 5 YouTube videos. To get real long-term results, you have to change your lifestyle, and it goes much deeper than people think. And on that note, I want to give you 3 things that separate the top 5% who are getting great results from the 95% who keep losing the same 15 pounds over and over again and keep complaining that nothing works. And the first piece of advice that's very important and often overlooked is don't try to fix everything at once. I know you're fed up, I know you want to get it done, I'm like that as well, but trying to do it all at once is a trap. You spread yourself too thin, you start missing days, you get frustrated, and then nothing gets done. That's how 95% of New Year's resolutions implode by the end of January. Start with 1 or 2, maximum 3 habits depending on how busy you are, and focus on consistency. For example, if you want to lose 20-30 pounds, start with tracking your macros, quit alcohol and junk food, and lift weights 3 times per week. That's your foundation. Once you've integrated that into your routine, move on to the next set of habits. I know you feel like you could do it all at once, but it's not about how you feel. It's about stacking the odds in your favor. And the best way to do that is by following a proven framework and systematically changing your life one habit at a time. That's how you become a part of those 5% of people who made a New Year's resolution and actually stuck with it. So now that we have a good system to build habits, let's talk about damage control and what do you do when you inevitably screw up? Because here's the thing, both good and bad habits can gain momentum. That's how a bad meal quickly turns into a bad day, and before you know it, you're off for a whole week and now you gain back 5-6 pounds that maybe took you a whole month to lose. So the way you prevent this from happening is that as soon as you make a mistake, always balance it with a healthy choice. If you had a big lunch, it's smaller high protein meals for the rest of the day. Had a cheat meal for dinner, it's lighter breakfast the next day and maybe even dropping calories by 10% for the next couple of days. You got only 5,000 steps yesterday, follow it up with 10,000 steps today. Forgot to hit the like button? Hit it right now before it's too late. You implement a system that's designed to minimize the damage and not let those bad decisions turn into habits. You neutralize the problem at the start while it's still easy. And you might have heard of a similar concept called never miss twice from the book Atomic Habits, which I, by the way, highly recommend reading if you haven't. And it's based on a research that if you miss a new habit once, it doesn't really affect you long term. But if you miss it twice in a row or multiple times, the odds of you failing skyrocket. It's an exponential difference. And we've all been there. It gets harder and harder to get back on track the more bad decisions you accumulate. So by implementing a quick correction system, you catch it early before it's too late. Now, one other thing that truly separates those top 5% who reach their fitness goals from the rest goes much deeper. I talk to a lot of people about building muscle, getting leaner, and the best way to do that. And from what I can tell is that for most people, fitness is a task on the to-do list. It's something they feel like they have to do. And because it's a task, it's easy to put it off, skip it, or view it as optional when life gets busy. But those who get the best results and stay consistent long term think about this differently. Fitness isn't just something they do. Fitness is a part of who they are. They don't try to go to the gym. They're someone who goes to the gym. Skipping 2 to 3 workouts in a row is not normal behavior. They don't hope to eat better tomorrow. They're someone who eats healthy. Eating unhealthy feels weird and unusual. And this mental shift changes how you view everything. When healthy habits are part of your identity, you don't have to decide whether to work out or eat healthy. You do it because that's what you do. That's who you are. You feel off if you don't. And one of the best ways to start building your new fitness identity is to commit to having no 0 days. No 0 days means that you're going to do at least one thing every day toward the fit person you want to become. If you didn't do anything and it's 5 minutes before midnight, walk around your living room for 5 minutes. Do 10 push-ups, but don't let yourself have a 0 day where you did nothing. Every action counts. Even if you go to the gym for 15 minutes, you're still the type of person that goes to the gym. Maintaining consistency is way more important than the intensity of the workout on that one day. And over time, as you feed this new identity, it becomes automatic. And once this mentality is a part of who you are, staying consistent stops feeling like work and it becomes natural. And honestly, most people overcomplicate things and get distracted by stuff that doesn't matter. If all of this is too much and you're struggling to stay on track, you're gonna see great progress if you just do these 3 things consistently. Eat 2 to 3 meals between noon and 8 p.m., no snacks, and half a plate has to be protein. 2, lift weights 3 times per week, 45 minutes each session, get stronger over time. And 3, take 2 walks per day for 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how much time you have. That's it. 3 things, no more, no less. It's simple, repeatable, and difficult to mess up. Complexity is the enemy of consistency. Make it so simple that in the end, there are no excuses. That's how you stick with it no matter what happens. By the way, if you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that subscribe button below, enable notifications with the bell icon. If you're interested in coaching and working with me directly, details for coaching are in the description below, so check those out. Also gonna leave another interesting video here for you at the end, so check out the video and I'm gonna see you right there.